Right, live, perfect. Hello everyone, and, well, finally back. God. I meant to stream a couple of days ago, but some things happened, and then more things happened, so it got a bit delayed, but we're doing it now. Part 2 of this long adventure. But things went better than expected last time, except for the multitude of deaths I had at the hands of my own misunderstanding of the laws of gravity, but I'm sure we'll be fine this time. We got a head on our shoulders and a paraglider to not die from gravity. Right, you dashboard. Make sure that's all set up. Chat. Perfect. Right. Set that there. And let's go, I guess. Right, from when we went last time. Now, I messed around with a few settings since last time, so hopefully the stream should be in better quality. The only thing that is still really low quality, I think, is my microphone. Like, I know my voice sounds terrible with this. I'm almost thinking of waiting after this stream. I'm almost thinking of waiting to get a new microphone before I do it again, like a proper desk one, but I don't know. I'll see. Let me see here. Should be all good to go. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Test, make sure this is working. Is it? Yes, perfect. Okay. Let's do this then. It's raining. Will this will still be here if I go in the shrine? I genuinely have no idea. In fact, I think maybe my next idea should be to find a stable and get this horse ready, just so then we have it. It's not going to go anywhere. Where is the nearest stable? It's here, isn't it? It's actually in Harrowfield, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. I don't know. God, nearest stable. Well, I guess there's one like... Okay, so that's the actual tower I got at the Great Plateau. I think there's one like here-ish. I know there's one in Harrowfield though, which is what's kind of bugging me. It's sort of along this stretch here. I'm just gonna slap a pin here and hope for the best. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna go in that shrine just yet. I can always go back there later. Guardian's over there. So I don't want to be near them. Finally, I can catch this one not at work. Oh, sweet, yeah, actually, I didn't know if you were going to be here or not, but it's good to see you. Yeah, this was kind of impromptu, actually. I wasn't planning on doing this tonight, but luckily I can. Yeah, and hopefully it should look a bit better as well, because I messed around with a bunch of settings to make the stream quality a bit higher. If it's lagging out, let me know, but it shouldn't be. I'm not getting anything on my end. Right. Turning the mic up a bit? Okay, let me see if I can. I need to go here, here. How's that sound? Is that better? Or is that too loud? It might be a bit too loud actually. Let me try there, see how that sounds. Okay, yeah, better? Better, okay. Perfect. Where am I going? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I was saying, I don't know if you heard it, but I was just saying a minute ago that I really should actually get like a better mic if I'm going to be continuing to do this. I'm going to see if I can get like a proper, well, not like a big like streaming mic with like the crane system and everything, but like just something to like put on my desk that's like not just a regular headphone mic. Oh, perfect. There's one right here. Oh, sorry. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I just wanted to get this horse registered before I like try and go into a shrine or something. I wish I had this. Yeah, up until like a few months ago when I moved into the place I'm in now, I didn't have like any space at all. Like right now, I actually have like a proper desk and everything, so it's quite nice to. It's nice to actually have like a chair, like a proper desk chair, and like a desk. It makes such a difference. Yes, I do. You don't need to tell me. Yeah, I want to register this one. Yes. Ooh, it's not bad actually. Shoot, do I have 20? Oh, I have just enough. Yes. What's up with this guy's voice? Oh, right. Need a name. I'm terrible with names. What do you name a horse? I don't know. What's a good horse name? Don. Don? Okay, I like Don. We'll go with Don. I like that one. Yes. Yes, please. What's up with that voice? There must be a mod I am still crossing wires. Right. Yep. Can now whistle for the horse. Perfect. Tell you what I do actually want to do. There is... Okay, there's a shrine here. I'll get that first. But there is something I want to get for the horse that'll make life a lot easier. I'll just have to remember exactly where it is. I think I know where to go from the map. It's just going to make life a lot easier in the long run if I go and get it. Yeah, I just want to make life as easy as possible in this mod just by getting some things early, because after fighting enemies yesterday, including the Hinox near the Colosseum and like nearly getting killed by Lionel as well, this is not going to be easy. Oh god, how do you... Yeah, that looked insane. Yeah, it was not fun. Luckily, if you want the weapons on them, you don't actually have to fight them, so I could just like knock them down and grab them, but yeah, no. Hinox are going to be difficult. Actually, there was another thing I learned about this game the other day as well that I didn't know about, is apparently for like all the boss enemies, so like, okay, I'm not sure if Lionel's included, but Hinox, Talus, like basically any like sort of mini boss enemy in the overworld with like a health bar actually has a like if you beat every single one in the world, like you get like a special badge or something from like an NPC, and it's like a completion thing. I don't think they actually do anything, but I didn't realize that was even a thing you could do, was actually to kill them all, so I don't know, I thought it was neat. I think it's killing like each of them once to get it. Right, I guess I'll... Actually, I know the speedrun strat for this one, but I don't really want to try it because it requires like timing with the stasis and such. Okay, if I... Because I can climb up the side of these, so I don't actually need to like... Can I climb? I can climb these, yeah. I'm not going crazy. Right. Okay. Like the crows in Kingdom Hearts 2, or the stone thing for doing all, and that stone thing for doing all the stuff in Bloodborne. I actually don't know about this stone thing. I might have missed it. Oh, come on. Oh, this is, yeah, angling magnesis is not fun. Right, if I, that was a bit too slow. But the idea for the speedrun strat is basically you like climb up here and then like stop it midway so you don't have to worry about positioning it, but I'm just gonna try. Right after you fight the thing. Oh, it's that thing. Okay, I know what we're on about now. Yeah, I forgot about that because that was like years ago since I did all that. I actually did make another Bloodborne character recently, like for like the sort of multiplayer level. That was like an intelligence build, and that was quite fun. But the next build I actually want to try is I guess it's another intelligence build, but not really. You level up intelligence for the weapon scaling, but you don't actually like use it for like special stuff like you would with like the Moonlight Greatsword. But I found out that if you use the cos parasite without the rune that turns you into the cauliflower monster, you actually get like an actual unarmed move, like the regular fist moveset, but it's actually the damage scales like really well. I think at like the kind of intelligence cap, I think is around 60, which is really easy to achieve with the build I was planning. You get like 200 fist damage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but with the moveset and such, it actually really does well in like PvP and such. So I really, really wanted to give that a go. So like, I was kind of thinking of doing like a fist only run, and like for like the game as like a challenge thing, and then work up to building that, and then have that by the end game. It's really dumb, but it could be really fun. Right, now if I remember correctly, it's near, it's not down this area, I think. Yeah, because it's near kind of like Farron Woods. I think it's here-ish. I heard it was stupid strong. Ended up only using the werewolf transformation. If you ever get a sequel, I hope we get more transformations. Yeah, I'm with you there. Did you hear about actually all the crazy stuff that's going on with like Bloodborne modding right now? Like Lance McDonald, I think we all know who that is. I think he just made like a 60 FPS mod, which is really cool. But yeah, and you know, with all the Sony exclusives that are actually making their way to PC now, like Horizon Zero Dawn is one, and while they weren't exclusives, like the David Cage games, like Detroit and Heavy Rain and all that, they were all making their way to PC too. So hopefully, I'd be happy to see Bloodborne make its way over there. It's possible now, I think, more than ever. And then, I mean, if you ever get a Bloodborne sequel, I'll be happy, but it sounds like Elden Ring is going to be the big thing, I think, for a while. Like, I'm pretty sure we have to have that come out first. I'm not going the right way. Okay, I guess I'll go around then. I thought the water was a lot more shallow than that. Right. Okay, so I want to head around the Great Plateau. You listen to me. I tell you what, as far as transformations go for Bloodborne, like, so we have the werewolf transformation. I quite like one that turns you into, like the brain sucker thing. You know the one I'm talking about? You know, that one enemy that's, like, absolutely terrible? I think actually turning... You can have it like the Dark Souls one, like, Dark Wraiths, where, like, you could steal the humanity. Like, you could steal the insight from other players. That would be pretty cool. Or maybe, oh goodness. Maybe you could have, like, a... Well, no, I guess the Beast transformation is pretty much Father Gascoigne already. I was trying to think of something along the lines of... I was trying to think of, like, other characters in the series that transform, but I can't think off the top of my head. Yeah, I think it's neat. Like, maybe something like an amygdala thing as well. Oh, I was not paying attention. I cannot, like, speak and pay attention at the same time. It's really annoying. Like, you could have, like, the amygdala transformation. Like, you get the head and, like, maybe, like, elongated arms that you just kind of slowly whack around. That would be interesting. And, like, laser eyes. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's on the other side of the bridge. Could you not? Oh, goodness, so fast. Enemy base. I'm going to ignore that. Now people can make a macabre build if that happens. Yeah. Speaking of fighting games, what did you think of the Evo news today? I was surprised. I mean, I figured an online tournament was coming, but I didn't think they were actually going to cut all the games that, you know, have terrible online. Like, it's interesting to see Mortal Kombat 11 actually coming back, but Skullgirls as well. I was quite happy to see that show up, though. What the hell? Oh, I know what that is. I'm gonna go get that. But yeah, I can't remember what the other one was called, but it looked weird. You don't know if the OG games are still there? I don't know either. All I saw was what they were changing. I rebought Skullgirls to enter that. Oh, you're actually going to enter? Oh, hell yeah. You have to let me know. Oh, I don't know if they show, like... I don't know if they stream, like, all the pools and stuff, but I'd quite like to watch that if you do get in. I don't often watch, like, actually watch Evo. I just kind of, like, watch maybe, like, a VOD of the finals sometime down the line if I'm ever bored, but... It's better. I'll take swim speed up. But I never actually, like, watch Evo, which I think is a shame, because it's great. It was mainly because I used to have bad internet, but I didn't watch streams that much, so, but now I can. Yeah, the OG games are still there. I'm for sure entering an Under Night. Ooh, yeah. Who are you going to play in Under Night, then? I'm not actually sure who you play anymore, because I know you're playing Mika, but I figure if you go to an actual tournament, you might want to... Well, again, I don't know anything about who's good in that game, but I remember you saying Mika was, like, low tier or something. I can't remember. Ow! Right, you go down there. The game's not running at a very good frame rate. Perhaps it's because of the screen changes I made. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Ow! Okay. Oh god, you are black. What the... Do not take that out of context, please. Okay, lake tower. I think I can just climb this. Yeah, a lot of stuff was kind of vague, but I hope a lot of stuff is still there. Yeah. I mean... The other games were Killer Instinct. Yes, Killer Instinct! That I'm actually interested in, because people have been singing that game's praises for like a while, but I never see it anywhere. I think it's because it was like an Xbox thing or whatever, so people kind of stayed away, but... And them's fighting herds. What's that? That sounds like nothing I've heard before. Wait, isn't it like... It's the one with like those like Disney-looking farm animals, isn't it? What the hell? Oh, yeah, that shocked me. I was like, what the hell is this? I've literally never heard of it before. Yeah. That's really interesting. I've never even heard of that game. I'm not even sure what it's about, but if it's good, it's good. I'm not even gonna complain. Here we go. It started... That explains the art style. It started out as a MLP fighting game, but it turned into an LMP, and they got the Skullgirl Dolls to help. Jeez. Well, so it's got a bit of a history then. But yeah, that explains the art style a lot. Yeah, well, the Skullgirl devs know what they're doing, so... Oh, you're connecting to chat, okay. not dropping frames or anything, so everything seems to be okay. I don't know why my phone was all funky. Well, that's 2 towers down now, at least. I was kinda hoping I'd be able to see the, see where I wanted to go from here. Right, let's see. I wonder if my marker was on point. Ah, it's... So where is it then? Because this isn't what I remembered from the map that I was thinking. No, oh no, no. No, this is right. Is this right? Yeah, it is right, because you go from the ranch to... what is it? Yes. The FARON grasslands, the Menina River. Oh no. I haven't gone the wrong way. No, it's definitely like down here. Because here is where you get the that's where you get the giant horse, but I'm not after that right now. I think it's that's the FARON Sea. Yeah, this is like the mounted archery range, so it's supposed to be somewhere near here. But I'm not seeing it, which is... Oh no, it's here. Here we are. This is where I want to go. I was completely getting that mixed up as to which way that was on the map. I thought it pointed down to the right. Okay. That's where I need to go. Oh, I thought he would like come to the base of the tower, but I guess not. Right. Can I get a sneak attack? How did I miss? Oh my god, the amount of hits this takes is unbearable. No. Okay. Spiked Pokeball. Okay. Okay. So bow and arrow is actually pretty strong for this. He just stood for that one, yeah. Do I want this? No, I don't, apparently. No. Let's go. Oh! Oh, I hate Octoroks. Okay. So far, so good. Only 1 death. And it's because I was just running past everything, so... Hopefully when I get strong enough armor and weapons, I'll be able to take on the enemies a lot easier. But I know this place is like an ambush area that they like set up, so I have to be careful. This way. Oh. Alright, so up here should be the ranch. Yep. And trouble, because of course. But I'm not going to go there straight away. I'm going to go this way. Go around the water. Return the water. I'm going to stop doing that. Right. What's that sound? Oh, right. That should be right down here. And what is that? There's one thing I noticed about Master Mode is there's a lot of these like flying platforms. And I don't know why. Oh yeah, the metal chest. Hold on. Can I get that back? Possibly not. Oh, okay. Apparently I... No, get off the wall. Right, let's see. Can I reach that? No, would be the short answer. I can't reach that either. Oh well. I have to climb all the way back up. Oh, that was a stupid move. Why did I do that? Here we are. Now, it's back here. Yeah, I've got magnets out already. Okay. There we are. It's another DLC item. Right, the ancient saddle. Basically, the whistle becomes a teleportation command. I just have to go and equip it at the nearest stable, which will be at the branch we just passed. That'll make life way easier. Oh, wait. What happened there? Wait, did all that respawn just to fall down again? I think so. Okay. DMC. Yes, I installed a mod that brings like Dante's Devil Sword or something. I wish a mod like that existed. They actually have some cool mods out there that were a bit too outlandish for what I had planned, but there's stuff that you can get like Cloud's like outfit like from Final Fantasy and his motorcycle over the DLC motorcycle skin, and that's pretty cool. And obviously there's all like the meme mods as well. But again, I wanted to have a not quite so meme filled playthrough. Right, let's see. Who do I need to speak to? It's this person. Hello. Right. Yes, I need to change it. Well, oh, I forgot about this. There's like a friendship requirement. Oh, never mind. Apparently it's fine. Saddle. Yep. Ancient saddle. Yes, please. Perfect. Let's have a look at the other stuff. Ooh. Okay. Flipping Shadow the Hedgehog looking horse. Oh, screw it, we're gonna do it. So it looks absolutely ridiculous. Perfect. So now the horse will teleport whenever I whistle. That's gonna make life a lot easier in a no fast travel run. I should do the shrine while I'm here as well, because I want as many... Hold on. Oh, never mind, I have a terrible aim. What are they doing? He just knocked his friend off. Oh no, go for it. Wait, what? Oh, I thought he was about to run shotgun. Oh. Well, that lasted long. Okay, I think it's been made abundantly clear that I do not want to take on groups of enemies at this stage of the game. I should just focus on completing shrines and getting as many hearts as possible, and maybe trying to find some more of the DLC. Actually. Oh no, I can't do that. Never mind. I need to. You know, maybe that'll be my next order of business. I'm going to go to Hateno Village as quickly as I can. Or maybe I'll go to Kakariko first to start with that part of the main quest, then go to Hateno when I've got that part of the quest ready to go. Because if I go to Hateno, I get the ability to use Amiibo, and if I can use Amiibo, I can get some very interesting things. Because, of course, me being totally legitimate and all, I own all the necessary Amiibo in order to gain what I need. Of course. 100%. Okay, pretty simple one. I think I remember the speedrunning trick for this one as well, but oh, no. Okay, I'm gonna try and parry you. Nice. Actually, I should try and beat this guy, because if I get his weapon, no. Death. No. If I beat this guy, I can get a spear, and then spear, like, guardian weapons are, like, super effective against other guardians. Okay, this is actually kind of easy on one-on-one. I don't feel like I got that one, but okay. How many hits is this gonna take? Nope. Nope, missed that one. Stop it. There we go. Apparently that many. What do I want to try and use to... I guess another Traveler Sword because I want to be able to parry. Can't even see how much HP he has left. There we go. I'm quite proud of my parry timings. Oh, okay. Yeah. Am I happy that took 2 Traveler Swords? Not really. But I'll live with it. What should I equip? I'm gonna keep that for Guardian fight specifically, so I think I'm just gonna take the Claymore. Ancient Gears, Ancient Springs. Yeah, that probably wasn't really worth it in the end. Oh well. Now, let's see. Oh, they better not be... You gotta be joking. And this one is ranged, so I can't really fight it the same way I just did the other one. Whoa! That actually made me jump. I was not expecting him to be right there. Ooh. No idea. No idea. I'm gonna squish him. Oh wow, that actually does a fair amount. I should have done that in the first place. I don't know what I was thinking before. There we go. Can we get up here? I think there's like a ramp, isn't there? Oh no, I think it's only over here. Wait. I thought I was about to crush myself then. Okay, seriously, where's... Okay, it's here. So where's the stairs? Right here, perfect. And then up here, I think. Oh, what? Close enough, I suppose. Just a little bit further back. There we go. Now I can get you. What is inside? It's a ball. I think I need that for upgrading, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll say that's pretty good. Right, just perfect. And then complete this. There we go. Resourcefulness, yeah, blah blah blah. Okay. So I think the big question is, so obviously I'm going to go to KAKARIKO village to start the main quest line so that I can go to Hateno and complete all that. But then the next big question is, which area of the game am I going to go to first? Like, which divine beast am I going to beat first? Because each has its advantages and disadvantages. Because there's also other stuff in those areas I'd quite like to get, but I'm not sure which is going to be best. I'd quite like to go to Varnavoris first in the desert for like the Gerudo questline, because I can get Ouroboros' Fury, which is going to be really helpful offensively, but Thunderblight Cannon is also the worst one to actually fight, and I'm not sure I actually want to fight it first. So maybe the Zora, the main one, would be best to get Mipha's Grace for the revives, but I think one of the mods I have installed actually nerfed Mipha's Grace a bit, so I'm not sure if it's as good. Right, so I want to go around here. Actually, there is a ton. Yeah, because we have Dracosa Lake here. There's actually a couple of DLC things here, I think. I can't quite remember. I think there's like a one-off helmet? Oh, and there was something like next to a bridge as well. Somewhere in this area. But I'm not just going to go just for DLC items, I actually want to do like main quest stuff. So I can unlock more things. So I feel like the Champion's Tunic is going to be really useful for its health. Like, it actually lets you see like the hit points as a number. And it actually with Champion's Tunic I think has the highest like defense when fully upgraded of like any chest piece in the game, so it is worth it. So it might be worth just going to get it as part of the main quest. Also, there's figuring out when I should get the Master Sword, because I could go and get it as soon as I've got the hearts for it, but that's like 13? When do one of those ninja dudes show up again? They were called, oh, the Yiga? I think that's after your first visit to Kakariko. Because then like the Sheikah clan finds out about you, so then the Yiga find out about you in return, because they're like the same sort of deal. Just one's good and one's bad, so it'll probably be... Yeah, so if I go to Kakariko, I think they show up. but they get really aggressive after you go and do the desert area quest, the Gerudo quest line, because you go and defeat their leader, and then they want like revenge, so they're on you from that point pretty hard. In actuality, I do get a heart container from beating the Igakon leader. And it's a stealth section leading up to him, so you can avoid combat. So maybe it would actually be best at the very least to go to the desert, get as far as getting that heart container, and then... You want to run that by me one more time? Yeah, because I didn't really catch that. What happened? Did I get shot with a bomb arrow? I just heard the sound. I was actually looking away from the screen for a bit, and I just come back to see I'm dead. Trip. They got claymores. No, run. Wait, there's a chest. Hold on. I'm gonna just grab. I think it was a bomb arrow, yeah. Zora Spear. Oh, I'm gonna equip that because that is a long range weapon. Nope. Ow! Oh, actually, that didn't do a lot. Oh, you are gonna suck. Fall off. Okay. Oh, they just tank it. Excuse me? Which way am I aiming? 100% intended. Right. Ow. Oh, I tried to jump, but I forgot what button it was. Ooh. How did that miss? Ow. Okay, do I have something I can eat? A singular apple. I should probably get my food. Yes! A Lizard boomerang. I'd rather have that actually than the spear. Because it's quite fun. Do this. Now that should be kind of useful, I think. That's weak. Don't need that. Okay. What did I get from that chest? Was it a ruby? No. What did I get from that chest? I wasn't actually paying attention. You just killed a few ants stabbing the ground at least. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. That was a weird fight in general. For some reason, I was aiming the wrong way and, like, I think I got clipped by a thing, but it did nothing. I don't know. Oh, wait, I can actually... Because if I take out this balloon, and then this one, that lands right on here. No, you're the one who bombed me. Bet. Oh, I have a couple of travelers' bows. Okay, that's fine. There's a memory over there, but I still can't collect them because I haven't gotten that far in the main quest. I'm also running low on arrows. Yeah, I've only got 5. I need to be a bit more conservative with them. Oh, nope, stop it. Right. There's a cave here. Is there enemies in there? No. In fact, it looks like a Korok seed, which I might as well grab because I'm going to want to expand my oh, compiling shaders. Okay, I want to expand my weapon inventory when I get the chance. 5. Honestly, I don't envy people who do 100% speedruns of this game. Because I imagine that yahaha sound effect just drilled into your brain over like 60 hours of like straight playing. Because like in the actual, like, if you're doing an 100% speedrun, you get 2 like 9-hour breaks for like sleep, where you're allowed to pause the timer. Anything other than that, the timer has to run on. So I can't imagine what it's like to actually get like a good time in that. Basically complete the whole game 100% in like 2 hours sleep to get the, in like 2 nights worth of sleep to get the best time. And those people don't just go for like all the seeds and all that, they actually go for 100% like completion on the map. Like, probably crazy, yeah. Well, you actually go for like 100% completion on the map, because I think once you unlock all the towers or something, like right above where the time is on the left, it actually shows you like a completion percentage of everything on the map, like all the locations you visited and such. So you have to actually visit every like named location in the game. So like here, the Forest of Spirits, because the names don't show up until you actually go to those places. So you just kind of have to guess whereabouts the loading zones are for them, for it to count, while like cross-referencing with an online map. It's flipping nuts. I have actually watched one of them. Like, it was obviously like a cut-down version on YouTube, but I can't imagine the amount of dedication that must go to actually like planning that route, planning out like the route for it as well. Must be insane. Like, I would not want to be those people. If I was to ever actually try to like speedrun something, it wouldn't even be like a speed run. I would do like a casual playthrough, just doing like the speedrun strats. Like, I wouldn't even focus on speed, but if I knew like a skip or something, or like a sequence break, I'd try it. Yeah, I did hear about that. I don't actually know how long it took, because he was doing like every single possible branch. It took him 3 weeks with breaks. Jeez. Yeah, because he did every single like possible combination of levels. That's insane. How many combinations does that actually come out to? Because there's 10 endings aside from the true one, I think. I can't remember. And I don't remember how many levels there are. I don't know what the actual math for that is. It must be insane. $160. Damn. Yeah, as I was saying, like doing like say if I was to try like a speedrun of Bloodborne, which I have done before, and it was stressful to the point that I stopped. But if I was to do that, I'd like do like the sequence break where you like do the top-down camera glitch to like go to like the forest early or something. Like, just playing through the game while trying that stuff out would be quite fun, I think, just to not take it too seriously, but like discover all like the routes and stuff. You unlock Super Shadow in the main levels. I think we all fell for something like that at some point in our lives. Like, I remember, for me it was like, Sonic Unleashed was like, for like unlocking, Knuckles for like the Werehog stages. Like, I was a dumb kid, but like, I think a friend told me about it. And he was just like, yeah, if you do this, this, and this, we could play as Knuckles in the night stages. And I thought, that sounds awesome. And then that never happened. I think it was like having to get like an S rank in all the night levels. Yeah, and I never did it because I was like, how about, because I have the internet, I actually Google this before I waste my life away, and then I found out it wasn't real. Yeah. But the worst part is, like, if Sonic Unleashed was like a Sonic and Knuckles thing, and like you just had Sonic levels and Knuckles levels, and Knuckles wasn't slow as hell, but his was more combat orientated, I think that game would have been much better received, but just because it had stupid Werehog stuff. Like, I personally think if Sonic Unleashed was Sonic World Adventure with like him and Knuckles, I think that would be great. But no, we got Stretchy Edge Boy and Ice Cream. I talk about the game as if I hate it. I actually like it, and I found the night stages tolerable. I can't stand like the Wii and PS2 version, but I like the 360 and Xbox version. I think it's really great. And playing the day stages in like with like the Generations Unleashed project mod it's really cool as well. Oh, crap my fingers. Sorry if you don't like that sound. You only played the DIMS version? Wait, so you never actually played the PS3 Xbox version? Wow, that's actually missing out as far as I'm concerned. I feel like if you like the modern Sonic games, you need to play the PS3 Unleashed. Yeah, I think the daytime stages in that game are pretty much. I think they hit that nice point, like I definitely think it was still kind of finding its footing. I think all the overall control scheme, and like how it feels to play, is a bit better in Generations and Colors, for example. But like it was definitely finding its footing. But I think the level design is the strongest because it has like the least amount of 2D sections, and the actual 3D sections a lot of the time. Well, not a lot of the time, but about half the time are actually like quite widespread. Like they're not just thin corridors. Need to get a pre-owned copy or something. Yeah, it's probably really easy to get. But like, there's stages you can play where you're like just running, where you can like run like on the water, but you're not like confined as to where to go. You can like run all across this massive body of water. It's You get a lot more freedom, and I know a lot of people get annoyed at like the overworld hubs and such, but I think they're quite cool actually for actually like building the world, like and actually making it feel like cohesive. I feel like it has a lot of strong points. I just feel like if it wasn't bogged down by like just silly ideas as far as the Werehog's concerned, and those night stages just being incredibly slow, I think it could be really good. Like, if you like, I think like I said, I think if you had Knuckles in place of the Werehog, and then had more like streamlined levels designed around maybe Knuckles' type of gameplay, like not necessarily like find all the Master Emerald shards like you would in the adventure games, but maybe and still like get to A to B while beating up enemies, like with the action combat. I think that's a good idea. Just streamline them more and make it so then you're not just going from room to room beating things up. Like let us glide around and climb around and explore a bit. I think that works. I feel like there's a lot of potential there. I wouldn't have been down for the Werehog stages if the Werehog was like as cool to play as someone like Dante. Yeah, I think that's another problem that game had, is it didn't quite understand what made action games good. Like the reason Devil May Cry is so good is because it rewards you for like actually using its mechanics to the fullest, doing different combos, doing this and that here and there, like, and actually using all the different weapons and stuff. In Unleashed, the combos, like the full-on combos you can do, are straight up weaker than just mashing square or triangle. So there's no point in even trying to do the combos, and they were really finicky too. Like I remember when I was younger, I couldn't do like half the combos in that game because I could never quite get the timings down. Like there was always this really awkward delay on like the inputs, so it was really hard to like get right. Yeah, that was the other thing. The sound like design in that game was really strange. Like, especially in the voice acting area, which isn't the fault of the voice actors. I think it was just the direction they were given and how the voice files were actually used. It was just so awkward, like sometimes. Like the Werehog's like sounds were just bleh. Like the way he spoke and such. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Okay. Oh, I thought. Oh, right. Okay. I know what I do. I mean, there was some stuff I liked about the Werehog's combat, which I liked the focus on, like, I feel like the rubbery, like, stretchy stuff could work sometimes, and I thought it lent itself quite well when you were grabbing like the little enemies and like giving them the puny god treatment and just smashing them over and over into other people. Like being able to pick up an enemy and throw it at another guy is quite fun, and like or use like a smaller enemy as a weapon on a bigger enemy. Like that's cool, but just I think the level design was the big issue, and just input delay in general. But then again, we're talking about two completely different versions of the game, so my experience may be way different. Although I think my favourite thing about Unleashed as a whole was probably... like, it's the only Sonic game I've actually gone back and replayed boss fights. I've seen some gameplay, so I kind of get it yet. But, like, actually fighting some of the bosses in that game is quite good. Like, I mean, the quick time events are a thing that exists, but they're only in, like, the night stages. Like, for the day stages, like, I've fought, like, the speed-oriented bosses, like, a few times. Like, they do reuse the bosses, but they are quite fun to fight, at least. And I think... and people can say what they will, this is a hill I will die on. I think the Dark Gaia and Perfect Dark Gaia fights are great. I think, in both versions actually, I think they both are interesting in their own way and actually are quite, like, epic. Like, the score for those fights is legendary, and I think the way they did the gameplay in both versions is really fun. Yeah, I like in the Wii and PS2 version, the DIMS version is like, when you're playing as like the guy, like it goes like how all the temples go like full Voltron and like make like a giant like stone mech, and then you play like a Punch-Out style game. I think that's great. And then in the PS3 version, you have to like get close and then do a quick time event, which is whatever. But then, like, yeah, exactly. Like you actually have to do that. And then when you get close and like Dark Gaia and the Colossus grapple each other, and you play as Sonic and you're just running on this as like you're a tiny speck compared to it, or you're just running along the temples, like arm to like attack Dark Gaia's eye. It's so good, so good. Yeah, I didn't even actually. Now that you mention, I didn't even realize that was Doomsday Zone homage. That makes a lot of sense now. Yeah. And then the supersonic section after is just... like, it's not difficult, but I don't think it's meant to be. Like, it's just cathartic. Like, at that point. Like, you go full power and just get to, like, go ham on the final boss. It's amazing. I think the best part, though, is when, yeah, I think the best part for me is, like, when you finally, like, break the shield, and you have to, like, open, like, and, like, the Gaia Colossus has to, like, open up Gaia's defenses. So you just have this, like, huge, you just charge up this huge punch. Like, I think you have to press square literally, like, 60 times in, like, 20 seconds. You just have to mash it so quick. Like, you're charging it up. It's so cathartic. Also, I think I hurt my thumb doing that so much, but, you know. But... yeah, like, while it wasn't, like, it's sexually hard, like, the boss fights in that game weren't hard. Like, I think, as much as I'm indifferent on the Werehog, I think his boss fights were actually pretty good. And they made use of, like, the grapple mechanics and stuff that I was talking about earlier. Like, I think the Egg Dragoon boss fight from that game is the only time the Egg Dragoon's actually been a good boss fight. Like, I wasn't actually a fan of the one in Generations too much. But, like, when you're giving, like, the full beat down on it, and you're actually grabbing onto it and, like, ripping parts off and, like, holding it down with one hand and beating it with the other, it's really, really good. And, like, you have to skydive and you're, like, crashing through, like, Eggman's base to, like, the planet's core as you're still fighting it as you're falling. Like, see, that's good. That's good boss fight design. In Generations, it's just like, you're in a tunnel. Yeah. The Egg Dragoon is like peak Eggman mech design, but every other fight in the game is yeah. I found the boss fights in the PS3 version to be a little bit better. I still personally prefer the daytime stages. I didn't mind the Phoenix boss fight so much, but there was definitely some useless boss fights in there, like the one random like enemy with the hammer, where you have to push the boxes around. That was a bit off, but I don't know. I feel like I haven't played that game in years, so I might just be remembering things a bit more fondly than perhaps I should, but I don't know. I just don't, it's always weird for me, because I'm never sure if I should, think about, like, the later games when I'm talking about, like, because when you talk about Egg Dragoon, right, and it was, like, a really nice boss fight at the time, and it was, like, fun to play, and the design was cool, and then they have to reuse it. Again, and again, and again. Like, in Generations, it was like, yeah, I can let that slide because it's Generations, like, that's kind of a game's whole deal. But then it's like, why does it come back in Forces? And just to be a completely pointless fight? I don't know. And then, like, Sonic Lost World was... Yeah. And then Sonic Lost World was the really, like... It had, like, oh no, I guess that wasn't a, like, reskinned Egg Dragoon, but it was, like, the final color, like, the final colors boss. Yeah, that's another thing. Why do I keep using the final boss from, like, colors over and over again? Like, they did it, like, 3 games in a row, almost. Like, Colors, Lost World, and Forces. Why? I don't get it. Egg Dragoon and Forces was super unnecessary, like a certain other character. That whole game was unnecessary. Laziness, probably. Yeah. The only thing I really liked about the Forces version of it was how the 3 characters team up, but other than that, it just felt like... And it's kind of cool the first time you see it, but then it's like, you just realise that it's literally just the same boss again, except less interesting because you don't get, like, the colours, like, announcers, like, sounding off all the attacks. I think Sega's problem, like, as you see with, like, Egg Dragoon and, like, repeating boss things, it's just they see, like, a good reaction on, like, one aspect of the game, and think they have to do it, like, every single time for the rest of until, you know, the universe collapses. Like, okay, yeah, Sonic Colors, people enjoyed the color powers, that's great. Why did they have to come back in every single game? Like, Lost World, Forces, again, Generations to an extent, but again, I don't count Generations because, again, that was the point. Like, they have to include, and they don't make them better, they just add new pointless ones that don't need to exist, like, what the hell is a magenta rhythm? Or, what was the other one? There was like a... I can't even remember all of them. Like, there's so many of them now. Like, I can remember every single one from Colors, like Laser, Drill, Spikes, Rocket, all of them. But I can't remember any, like, next to any of them that were created for the newer games. Like Lost World, both versions, and Forces. Because they're just all so pointless. Like, the only reason I remember the Magenta one is because it's stuck in my mind as being the most pointless thing to ever exist. Ever. In the whole series. That's the only reason I remember it. I don't even remember what the other ones are. Like, I even remember the DS exclusive one, which was Void, but that just replaced Frenzy. Because they were actually different and they served a purpose in those games. Like, what was the point of the other ones? They do nothing. Other than be useless. And, like, they slow you down. It was the same problem I had with Colors. Amplified by 10. Because the color powers just slow you down, and at least the ones in Colors did something. These ones don't. I legit can't remember what they were. From Lost World especially. So I don't think did Forces add a new one? I don't think they did. I think they just used, like, I think they just used the 2 from the DS for the weapons. Yeah, they brought Void and Burst from the DS version of Colors for weapons in Forces. Speaking of different versions, oh yeah? What you got for me? Have you heard about how bad the 3DS version of Force World is? Because I played that one. Oh god, really? I saw it, and I remember... the worst part is when I saw, like, the 3DS version of Force World for the first time, like, and I looked at the level design, and it was really bad, because what popped into my head was just Bubsy 3D. Like, because, like, the level designs just look like boring, fog-covered platforms of nothing. There's an escort. Are you serious? Is there... There's an escort level in a Sonic game. Are you having a laugh? Oh my god. Ah, Sega. You make a snowball and you guide it to the end if it breaks. No, that one was in the Wii U as well. Yeah, that one was in the Wii U version as well. Except you're actually like in the snowball. Unless you're talking about... Wait, do you actually have to make a snowball and then like push it from outside? Is that what you mean? Is it different? Because if so, that's way worse. Oh my god. And worse. Oh god. You wanna know something else too? Yeah, sure. That level, yeah. I have an average completion of 30 minutes? Oh my god. I'm sorry. This stream has gotten a little bit derailed. The speed runs for 10 minutes. I've got to see this. Like, hold on. The stream's gonna go black for a bit. Let me just... I need to see this. And I need to also look up what the hell those other color powers were, because it's bugging me. Let me see. Sonic Lost World 3DS. Snowball level. Oh my god. The first video I see for it is nearly 20 minutes long. What the hell? Hold on, let me open up a new stream window. Give me a second. Oh no, that's a Wii U version. Oh, I said 3DS. What are we doing? Okay, that's the 3DS version. Yeah. Hold on. Let me actually make it so you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. So make sure that should have appeared on your screens. Right. I need to see this. I just need to see this game in general. Is it really? There's no actual like footage of it. I guess there's this one, but I don't know. How do you... Frozen Factory Ad 3. Okay. Frozen Factory Ad 3. Astra. Okay, so this one's 6 minutes. I'm guessing that must be world record time. Let's have a look. I gotta see this, because if this is as bad as I think... Oh. The quality is 240p. The quality of the video is 240p, and I can't go any higher than that. Oh no. Okay, let's see. Oh my god. Oh, what is that sound? That is ear grating. What is that? Ow! I hope that's not as loud on stream as it is for me. Because, Jesus Christ. That's bad. That's really bad. Let's try this one. Who's this? This is HF playthroughs. Okay. That's better. Oh my god, you really just push a snowball around. Why does this game exist? This is in that weird period where like Sega had to develop every main console release on a portable system as well, because I always forget Generations had a 3DS port, didn't it? Like it had a 3DS port. And then there was also Sonic Boom had a 3DS one as well. Didn't Sonic Boom get a sequel exclusively for the 3DS because it was the only version of the game, of the original game, that was like tolerable? Oh god. Okay, and then what was the other one? Yeah, it was something else. It was Sonic Boom, Sonic Generations. They all got 3DS. Yeah, it had a lot of different levels. Yeah, they all got. Excuse me. They all got 3DS versions. Actually, I'm just gonna have this play on like no volume in the background. What was the? Yeah. Okay. I love the contrast to this too as well. Okay, so this is, jeez, this is Frozen Factory Zone Act 3 on the 3DS version. This is generic snow level where you have to escort a snowball, which is the stupidest thing I've ever had in my life. And right here is the Wii U version. A lively, interesting looking casino. Which makes less sense because it's a casino in the ice world that has nothing to do with the rest of the world. And I remember that level literally just being a straight line with 2 pinball machines as well. And I think you can miss one of the pinball machines because it was technically a red ring secret. Like, what was this game? It's insane, yeah. Oh dear. I mean, maybe the Bubsy 3D comparison was a little bit harsh, but like, look at this level design. It's just disjointed, uninteresting cube platforms. That's it. And the bottom screen isn't even being used for anything, like, for crying out loud. Like, I do not count this here as being utilized. This is just, it just exists. Wait, what? Hold on, go back. Why does it have a face? Is this a robot? What is the soundtrack? Like, I think the soundtrack exemplifies this game's idiotic design for being slow-paced as hell. Because when you're running fast as Sonic, like you Speed Highway or something, like this one. Like this, listen to this. Like, you get what I mean? And then there's this. I miss Crush 40. Ah. Alright. Oh man. That was an interesting up and down all around. Yeah. Yeah, Speed Highway is like, whenever I think of like my favorite like pumped up Sonic song, like Speed Highway always comes to mind. It's so good. I love Speed Highway. I hate this. I hate this with a passion. Like, I've never played this. How did you play this? How did this virus enter your life? How did... That's probably actually a very bad thing to say now. I probably should not call anything a virus at the moment. But like... Excuse me? Wait, hold on. I'm missing context here. What? I'm missing context here. Hold on, where's Eggman? It's like a boss thing? You think there's a cutscene at the end? Okay. I swear to God, if it's just poorly like rendered, like I got like okay, here we go. The story of how the travesty of Sonic Lost World 3DS got into your life.
Yeah, aced it.
Aced it. Oh my god, it is just like a low.
Ooh, that was cool.
Oh my god, it is just a flipping 240p version of the Wii U cutscenes. Like at least in the DS games they didn't try that. Like they actually had like images and text boxes and stuff to make up for this. $200 worth of GameStop cards, and I bought it along with Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and Fire Emblem Awakening and all that. I did not know. And I did not know. I did know. Okay. Okay, so you come out with Kingdom Hearts and Fire Emblem. Amazing games. Like, you did not know. And then you got this. Look, they didn't even try. They literally just said, we'll make this cutscene completely unseeable. And it looks like...
Pun entirely intended.
I think these are just the Wii U subtitles as well. I'm not sure.
Your efforts are impressive.
Oh god, it's this cutscene. Again, what was it with Lost Worlds need to be unnecessarily edgy? Like, did they not learn from Shadow the Hedgehog at all? The Eggman saying, "I'm going to destroy everything you love and make you watch." Isn't that the line?
Yeah, I've noticed.
Where are you gonna live when your world's dead, guys?
Jesus.
You've been dead too.
You can't even see. You can't even really see what's happening. Like, can you make this out as a discernible shape that isn't going to wake you up in the middle of the night? Standing over you as a sleep paralysis demon? Like, look at this. Look at this face, right here. That is not the face of God.
Too bad for you.
I will burn your world,
Yeah, here it
you
is.
rebellious scum! I will destroy everything you love and make you watch! No! No! No!
This game is the worst. This looks like a deep fried meat. Like a better one. Oh my god. Yeah.
Boss, your hands! As long as I can still strangle a Zeti, my hands are fine.
I forgot about that one as well. As long as I can strangle a Zeti. Oh my god. What is this game? Oh no. This is like comic segment, but not good because there's no real indication from before that he's like this. Yeah, if I'm honest, the best Sonic media to come out recently, yeah, Eggman in the comic, yeah, it's like the comics. Even the new, I wasn't sure like when the Archie comics ended how I was going to feel about the new IDW ones, but I've heard nothing but good things. I haven't actually had a chance to read any of it yet, but I actually used to get the Archie comics physically because they always appear in my local shop, so I pick them up all the time. I used to have a huge collection of them, but I couldn't bring them with me when I moved back to the UK, so I gave them away. But no, I flipping loved those comics, man. They were cool. Like, they were really, really cool. And they explored a lot of what if scenarios, even within like their own universe, which was really, really fun to see. Like I had the big like comic that was about like in the future where they won, and like Sonic was like the king of Mobius, and that it was just really interesting to see. And like Silver was there as well because it was that far in the future. Like it was all sorts of stuff like that. Like they weren't afraid to make it like serious, and I feel like the games nowadays have a hard time balancing seriousness and like comedy. But the thing is like I think they focus too much on the story as a whole. Like Forces was more story focused than I would have thought, and they tried to be serious in that game, and we just got, you know, Knuckles saying, I don't even need to repeat it, I'm sure we all know what I'm talking about, but this low resolution Eggman has just been staring at me for the entirety of this rant with his murderous strangle hand looking face. He looks like he looks like he's gonna strangle me next. So let's close this for now, and let's get back to the game, shall we? Oh man, that was an interesting tangent to go on. It's gonna take a sec for the game to boot up again, just because it has to load everything in. But oh god, that was fun. I love being able to go. That's a highlight of the stream, yeah. I think that's what I like about streaming, is just being able to like just go on tangents like that. Because like when I make like if I was to make like a video or something, like it's not done in like real time, and I feel like that's why many people prefer streaming. Is because when it's in real time and stuff like that happens, you can just go off the rails of it and have fun. As whereas you're making a video instead, you have to kind of go in there with an idea and stick to that idea and not really have like anyone else's input. You just kind of talk to yourself for a while. But when you do this, I think it's more fun. I think that's why so many people have actually turned to streaming now, because it is just that much more fun. It's nearly done. Yeah, it's nearly done. But like, I really should try not to go on rants like that, because otherwise I don't think I'll ever actually successfully complete a stream. Like when I upload this to YouTube, because sometimes people actually watch these on YouTube, and they'll be like watching it, and like they'll like skip to like halfway through, and all of a sudden they'll just get a low resolution Eggman saying he's gonna strangle them. I almost wonder if I'd actually like prefer doing like more casual streams instead of gameplay stuff, like actually like just doing stupid stuff like that. Like maybe not so much as a massive series, but like just like off the wall, just random things from time to time. Like maybe just to break up, like for long gameplay streams, just to like go on stupid stuff and have fun and like talk about things. Because that's honestly quite fun. Joel does it all the time? Yeah, Vox Skeletor, yeah. Yeah, but you could cut it into something or make it a separate thing. Yeah, yeah. Like if I was to take my flipping Sonic the Hedgehog rants and put them on YouTube as like a condensed thing. Maybe. I did find a new editing software that I've been meaning to try. It's free, and it's actually used by someone I know on Twitter from a few years ago now, back when I discovered that Final Fantasy 15 exploit. He was the streamer that covered it. He mentioned a new like free editing software that's like professional level. So I wanted to give it a look, but I can't remember what it's called now because it was so long ago. Game's catching up on itself because we're in a big town. Lag. It should fix itself in a sec. Just let me through, villains. Well, not really villains, but yeah. Like, I'd quite like to do like sort of like just like surprise streams, like not like announce what I'm doing ahead of time, but just like find something stupid and fun to do as like a one-off, and then just do it. Like, I think that could be really, really fun. Especially while I'm waiting to get like a new microphone so I can make these ones a bit higher quality. But yeah, maybe that'll be the next stream, just something dumb. I've got a few ideas. Just stuff like this. Alright. I love that entrance. Like, that little bit of that cutscene there has been used for so many memes of just Link busting through the door in all sorts of ridiculous outfits. I also need to stream sometimes because I plan on making a huge retrospective series, and streaming would be the best way to get footage. Yeah. Yeah, I find it. Yeah, the majority of YouTube content now is just cut down streams. Like, people will live stream on Twitch because, or even YouTube occasionally, because that's their main source of revenue, and anything they get from the edited YouTube videos is a bonus. But I think most people just upload like their full VODs straight to YouTube, like I do. I don't even really edit them down. Because nowadays, like, I'd like to make videos if I actually like sat down and did it. Like, I think I could make quite a couple of them. But the problem is with making a video or something where I like talk about something, like, I want to sound intelligent. I'm so afraid of not fully understanding what I'm trying to talk about and just coming across as a complete idiot, stating things that are just wrong or something like that, and like making it seem like, or maybe making it seem like I have a worse opinion of something than I actually do and stuff like that. Like, when I want to make like videos on like older games that I played when I was a kid and like talk about them a bit more, like Final Fantasy 13 and like that trilogy. Like, I want to talk about that, but I also don't want to sound uninformed because I'm not an expert on these type of things, and I don't want to present it as like a review or something, because most people will take it as a review rather than actually like just to look back on it. And not like an actual objective review, just, hey, I like this thing, and this is kind of why. I don't know. I always, every time I think to go to do this kind of thing, I just think, I don't really know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like, I basically, I don't want to try and pretend I'm an authority on something I'm not. And maybe I'm overthinking it, but I feel like I'm more comfortable just doing one-off things and just dumb things. Like, nothing too pre-scripted.
The royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured
I'm gonna
over the
get back to
ages.
the game because I
This
should be
evil
focusing on the
has
game.
been
That's the whole point of this.
time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess who carries the blood of the goddess.
I don't know if I want to call it a retrospective series either. Maybe a review marathon. Well, it depends on what games you're doing, because if it's like an older series and retrospective, I mean, it has retro in the title, so like, I feel like with older games, you're a bit more free to be more critical because those games are kind of limited by the technology that was out back then. So maybe they don't quite hold up to as modern standards. I had to close the emulator in order to get totally legitimate hardware to get the stream setup back. We back. Perfect. Oh, okay, that was annoying. Yeah, got some inclement weather, one of the disadvantages of living near the ocean, unfortunately. But I'll be honest, I already went on like the tangent and like stepped away from the game, and now to have the stream cut off again, I'm honestly wondering if I should just do something else instead of Breath of the Wild for a minute. I don't actually know, because I got a few options here. Let me see. Maybe, I don't know what else there. Well, I've got a few options. Tell you what, I just remember what I was going to do earlier. I completely forgot about it. I'm going to do a display share again, so we can go back. Right, done. That should be up. Yeah, should be up. Let's put it underneath everything. Right. Ooh, stream setup. Let's see. I wanted to see, because it's still bugging me. Wait, I want to see a full list of this, because I still don't know what all of them are. Yeah, look, okay. This is what I'm talking about. Now that we're actually on the wiki, we can look at this. Let me zoom in a bit so it's a bit easier to see. So, first appearance, Sonic Colors. And then nearly every single game since. Like, Sonic Runner, what is Sonic Runners? Is that one of the mobile games? It is. Like, they made 2 of them? Why did they make 2 of them? Yeah, they were in the racing games too. What? Yeah, Team Sonic Racing. Did anyone play this in the end? It was a fun phone game. Oh, it was actually fun. I never got around to playing it. Tell you what happened. Give me a second. Let me just, I'm going to make myself invisible again. I'm just going to change. Because I'm not hosting the OG got shut down and was replaced by a version that wanted your money. Oh, really? That sucks. Hold on. I'm going to change the name of the stream. Because people are going to come into Breath of the Wild and, like, just see something completely different. How do I change it? I don't actually know. I played Team Sonic Racing and it was alright. I mean, it seemed uninteresting to me, especially compared to Transformed. Like, All Stars Transformed? Maybe don't release next to Crash Team. Oh, really? That was around that time? I didn't realize. Where is... But then again, what the hell happened to Crash Team Racing? Like, that game got caught up in something, didn't it? Wasn't it like microtransaction? I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't good. I remember that much. I didn't change the name of the bloody thing. It added microtransactions later. Oh god, really? They actually added them as part of an update? That's no good. How the hell do I change the name of a stream? It's still playable, but still. Like, what were the microtransactions for? Like, what do you put? Like, how do you put microtransactions in a racing game? Like, what do they even get used for? Shut up! Scared the crap out of me. Ready dashboard. I think that's this one. Costume. So costumes and races for points to buy stuff. Oh god. I mean, I can understand adding races as DLC and such. Like, that's just modern gaming. But for points to buy stuff, that reminds me of like when flipping. What was it, like Assassin's Creed or something? They were like microtransactions for like speeding up the game, and even Devil May Cry did it too. They got They got added around the time Spyro got added from Alex Mode. Spyro's in it? Spyro's in Crash Team? Oh. I missed that somehow. I still haven't got around to playing the you know the one. Here's a stage too. Oh, that's cool. That's actually is cool. I still haven't got around to playing like the remastered trilogy. Yeah, I thought that was a category. Okay, that's better. That's not a misleading stream title now. I don't know if it changes like in real time, but let me refresh that, make sure it's all sorted. Yeah, there we go. Remakes. Really excited for Tony Hawk and yeah, the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom remakes. I'm looking forward to that too. That seems like it's going to be interesting. Anyways, let's play Capture Back. And we're here. Yeah, Team Sonic Racing. The best part of Team Sonic Racing was easily the soundtrack. I mean, look at this lineup here. That's amazing. Yeah, the Tony Hawk remakes. I never played like the original like Tony Hawk's, at least not for like extended time. Like the big one I played was Skate 3. Yeah, the big one I played was Skate 3, and I played a Wii Tony Hawk game. It was Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam. I don't know if anybody here, I don't know if you know Downhill Jam. Yeah, I was a Skate 3 kid. That was me. Right. Yeah. Back to the topic at hand. So, wait. Excuse me? What is this from? Flipping. This here's what started it all. This is the precursor to Baby Yoda and Baby what was it? Baby Nut? Baby Nut. Like every social media account's telling. Did you see what they did to Toucan Sam? Whole baseball redesign. I don't care. You need to see this. What the hell? What is this monstrosity? What? We're just gonna leave this website, please. Please, no. Get me out of here. I don't want to be. This is. You know what? No. Yeah. What the hell? Like the thing about Toucan Sam, okay, is like Toucan Sam, okay. He was this. He was almost like a father figure. Like he was reliable. He looked reliable. He looked mature. He was a nice break. Like as far as food mascots went at that time, he almost seemed like a reliable father figure, which is weird to say. Like he had the Lucky Charms guy, who was just this radical flipping prankster, who made it seem like the kids were out for his blood. And then there was Chester the Cheetah, who was high. Definitely not a good role model. There was Tony the Tiger, who was a great guy, don't get me wrong, but the furries happened, and I think I don't need to say any more about that. This is an atrocity. Like, who approved this? Like, look at it. Look at this. This mouth. Like, do they not know how beaks work? Like, yeah, mouth beak. Like, look at how they massacred my boy. Yeah. Jeez. It gets worse the longer you stare at it. It really, really does. Like I wouldn't, the worst part is, I wouldn't even be so offended by it if it wasn't like you didn't already have a really good, like, established original. Like, here's a comparison, look. This sparks joy. This does not spark joy. Oh, don't take me back to... Okay. Fruit Loops redesigned too. Can Sam and the internet hates it? I mean, we're here. Yeah, see this? Like, this is when he was turned into a 3D model. Like, it still looks decent. Like, I mean, I'm partial to the original 2D version. If we can find it. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Nice Silent Hill screen. Yeah. Back on topic, yeah. See, this is good. This is good. Like, he actually, Toucan Sam had kids, didn't he? I think that's why I get, like, the father figure mentality from him. Like, he had kids, didn't he? Let's see. I'm trying to... Yeah, there you go. Actually, this works. I mean, for some reason, this one looks older than him. For some reason, but you get what I mean? Like, why is it so small? Why? What? Why? Why do you do this? It's not even on his arm. He's just holding it really awkwardly. Oh. Ah, go away. Monster. Anyways, back to Sonic. Oh, this stream is so off the rails. Yeah. So, like, where's, like, the list of them? I need to see, like, the list of them to, like, get, like, a full thing. Okay, here we are. Here we are. So the white ones. So, yeah, this was just, like... Yeah, I never liked the wisps being the boost. I always liked it being the rings. I just felt like that flowed better with the whole system. Like, as having all the rings in the world and then not being able to use the boost still just because, like, you missed a white capsule or something. Like, I don't know. And it made the final boss of Forces, like, worse as well, in my opinion, because you had to actually, like, boost to get near it, but you could only get it from, like... Yeah, I don't understand why they went from wisps give you boost, back to rings give you boost, and then back to wisps give you boost. Like... This should have been, like, the generic wisp design for, like, background NPCs and, like, the one from Colors that was actually, like, part of the story, and that's it. And then there was the drill. And the drill was one of the ones I kind of gave a pass on because it actually was still, like, fast-paced, and it was used for exploring different paths, and you could go in the pipes. And it didn't really slow you down too much. And that was fine. But then in Lost World, they went and made it 3D for water sections? And it just became impossible to control, and they used it like twice. Again, what's the point? And then in Forces, well, it just gets relegated to being a flipping speedrunning tactic. That's about it. And Laser. Laser was the one, like, that was like the flagship one too. Like, this was like the one, like, yeah, this one's like one of the main ones that's really cool, and it's the one that get used the most. But I think it's the worst one, almost. Because it completely stops you dead. And if you don't know what you're doing when you activate it, you just get pinged into nowhere. And then even if you do exactly what you're supposed to do with it, you keep no momentum from it. You just get dropped off, lose all your momentum, and it completely breaks the flow of the game. Cube, trash. Hover, trash. But the fact that in Colors, and I guess the other games too, the only way to use the Lightspeed dash anymore is if you got this. Why? And then in Generations, they flipping made it so the Lightspeed dash can only be done on certain ring trails. Like, Sega is just a cacophony of minor. Well, I say minor, but like in like their good games, they have all these minor little things that just make them really stupid. I don't know why. Spikes? I'll give it to Spikes. That one's probably one of the least offensive ones. Like, you get the spin dash and stuff, which is interesting, I guess. And then, like, it lets you, like, climb up walls and stuff, and it's still kind of fast-paced. It's still... I think all the Wisps have the same base problem of just completely stopping your momentum. And that's where the issues lie. Although Frenzy, I distinctly remember Frenzy actually being used quite well in the Wii U version. I mean, I don't think it's a great power overall, but usually when it ended, it actually ended with the section you were on, so you immediately like hit a spring or started running to the next bit, because Purple was, like, the Frenzy was actually one of the ones that didn't like cut your momentum at the end, if I remember. So it was kind of, it was like, if you were running with Frenzy, I think there was like a 2D section where you would actually keep your momentum afterwards, which is what all of them should have done. Like what Laser should have done. It shouldn't have like shot you into the ground. It should have like shot you like at like a downward angle. So they didn't. Oh really? Yeah. Well, it should have had it shot like at a downward angle. So when you come out of Laser, you've got like above the general top speed. And what happened? Oh, you're following. Okay. I got confused for a second. Like, what? I didn't press anything. No, like it should have like given you like a huge like speed boost. Like you should be going like full speed when you come out of that, because I think that would be a really good way to like carry the momentum afterwards. And another thing all the Wisps do that I hate is that they all like change the music. Like they stop the music as well, because the music in these games is always great, pretty much. I realized I haven't been yet. No, and then they stop all momentum. And then they even stop like the momentum of the music, because they stop the music, play this really awkward like sound effect power up theme, and then just cut back into the music again. Why? Cube trash, other trash. Pink spikes, okay. Purple frenzy, okay. Void. Okay, see, this is where we get into the good sort of like, because the DS version, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Because I still think the DS version is really, really good. I feel like the DS version is part of like the Sonic Rush trilogy. Like it has that same energy, same vibe. But the Void one, yeah, it kind of has the same problem of just being like a really loud thing. But again, it keeps your momentum. Like you actually can get quite a lot of momentum playing as Void as you get bigger. So you can just power through a level, and then you keep your momentum going out of it. Like it's done quite well, I think, in my opinion. Rocket, I have seriously mixed opinions on Rocket, because it has the same issues I talked about, like how it stops your momentum, and this one's particularly bad for that, because it sends you straight up instead of forward, and then you have to slowly like skydive down. But I almost feel like I can't think of another way it could be used. Like in the DS version, you don't skydive afterwards, so you can like boost in the air actually, and like basically, in fact, maybe that's the better way to do it, because in the DS version, if you do it, you can boost like straight after in midair, so you can almost get like a air boost sort of speed, like momentum boost. It's hard to explain, but I think it was handled better in the DS. Red Burst came back in Forces. Yeah, it did. It came back in Forces. The Red Burst was particularly strange to me, because it was more momentum based as well, and it actually let you like I don't understand why Rocket and Burst were in the same game, because I feel like Burst achieved what Rocket was setting out to do, but it did it better in the DS, because it's elevation, like it's supposed to carry you higher, and it does that really well, but it does it without losing momentum, and it actually keeps you engaged because you're constantly having to control it instead of just being shot up. Like I don't understand why these two were both created. Like I feel like if Burst was in, because Rocket can only be used in like the 2D sections and colors anyway, so if they just used Burst instead, it would have been way better, and you could have done much more with the level design. It didn't have the startup of Rocket too. Yeah, that's true. Like for a few of these Wisps, like Burst and Void, you pretty much activate them and you just keep going. Like it's quite good. And here we're getting into the ones I have no clue about. Indigo Asteroid. It's just Void but worse. Like you don't absorb things, they just float around you, and I think, let's see, turn Sonic into a floating orb surrounded by a ring, causes anything that Sonic touches to disintegrate as surround him in orbit. The more objects in orbit, the greater Sonic's range, allowing him to collect more objects. Yeah, this is just worse Void. Because Void, you actually sucked things in and got bigger and you could fly around. With Indigo, you have to collect enough things to be able to jump high enough to do things, and it's just so much slower and not as fun. I don't understand why this exists. Another thing I don't understand why exists, the Crimson Eagle. It's coming back to me now. Literally, wasn't... Why does Crimson look like Doom's eye? I guess, yeah, I can see what you mean. But like, the Eagle is so pointless. It's literally just a slower way to do the level with less control. Oh yeah, the worst part was, all of these guys had the Wii U's motion controls as well, and you had to like fight them if you like didn't turn them off. Like you could control Eagle by like moving the flipping gamepad, and it was terrible. God. Magenta, I forget what this musical note that can bounce around, flip upside down, and collect musical notes as a way of moving around. What about any of this? Seemed like a good idea. Like, here's the thing. I can make this good. I can make this pink useless thing good. I can make it good. You know who? Like, you know the music levels from Rayman Legends. Imagine if you picked this thing up and you went into a small sub-level where you have to control Sonic. Yeah, just make a Sonic dancing game. Yeah, but you like have to control Sonic to like the rhythm of the beat, and like you have to jump and like move. Yeah, like you could do that instead. But instead, it's just jumping on music notes. But if you actually made like the whole level sort of go into like a rhythmic thing, like make sections of the levels that you need this to get through, you have to like jump to the beat and such, and like the whole level reacts, like it pulses, it flashes, it lights up, and like it's like got a heavy like bass, so you know you fit the input correctly, and you can get like a good ranking, like kind of like that. Yeah, I feel like that's what that should have been. But no, we just have to hop around on music notes because Sonic Team. What's this one? I actually don't know this one. Ivory Lightning. Turns Sonic into a lightning bolt that can ram into enemies and obstacles very quickly and generate threads of electricity to shock opponents or charge coils. It was in Forces. Okay, what's the point of this? What's the point of this one? Like, is it just like you need this to complete a level? Because it doesn't seem like... Because the one thing about the colors levels was that the color powers were never actually required for the most part. Like I think there's like a few specific sections where you need like lasers specifically, but pretty much in every other instance there's a different way to get along the path, just as regular Sonic. I feel like I think that's the big issue. I think these other color powers were created to be a necessity, not an option, which is not good. Great Quake turns Sonic into an iron ball that can scale walls and generate shockwaves that destroy enemies and objects by falling. That sounds like Cube, but with extra steps. I mean, they're different, but very similar, because... Yeah, the problem is, like, half of these aren't even unique. Like, Lightning could, like, I mean, I've spoken at length about Indigo already, but Eagle could have been done by Burst, Lightning could have been done by, Laser, and this one could have just, and the grey one could have just been, Cube. Like, the, sheer unnecessary element to this. Like this, okay, this one here, this one's from the Wii U edition of Lost World. This one is probably the least offensive out of all of them, because it's purely an option. Like, it was like a bonus thing you could get, so you didn't have to use, it wasn't like put in the level for any reason, it was just a power-up that you could have in your inventory and use at any time. And all it is it's a more powerful attack. That makes sense. If you have a large group of enemies, you activate this and you blow up in their faces. That makes sense. Like, that's what the color powers should be. They should amplify your combat. They should amplify the gameplay, not dampen it. Like, this one is the least offensive, but I couldn't possibly see it working in anything other than Lost World just because of the way that game was built. Like, that game was built around going slow. Like, maybe if you wanted to, like in a fast-paced Sonic game, for example, you could activate Bomb, and like I say, keep your momentum. Once you've got your momentum rolling, you can actually, as you roll with the bomb, it like gets more and more powerful, and then when you eventually explode, the explosion could be bigger, or something. I think I've gone completely crazy, and I didn't even know this one existed. The Jade Ghost. Well, it's just a racing power-up. Ugh. One thing I always love about going to these like wikis is like you see like just these random bits of trivia information that are always so funny to me. Like according to Qbot, the wisps smell good. I'm so glad that was brought to our attention. I could get lost in the Toho wiki. Oh god, the Toho wiki. I remember I was there for a whole afternoon once. That was ridiculous. Like, you don't realize like how deep of a rabbit hole that is until you go to that rabbit hole. Ugh. Yeah, this is it. This is it here, right here. In colors, the wisps allow Sonic to use abilities similar to past abilities that he was able to do in past games. For example, the green wisp allows Sonic to do the Lightspeed Dash, and the pink wisp allows Sonic to perform the Spin Dash. They nerf Sonic just to make his abilities pointless. Why? I don't know. I don't know. This whole thing is just... I don't know. What else we got on this wiki? I haven't been on this wiki in literally years, because it just brings back memories, not all of them good. Like I say, I'll just start ranting about things. Hey, same, yeah. I mean, goodness, look at all these games. Oh god, remember this? Please tell me I'm not the only one that played this. Because, good lord. Why? You did? Yeah. The worst part is like, I didn't find the story, like, completely abhorrent. Like, there was definitely some interesting concepts in there. But, why? What was that? It was a birthday gift from your parents, really? Yeah, I actually went out of my way to find this and play it when I was younger. I actually, like, went out of my way to find this. I think it was, like, $10 at, like, a game shop. And I just happened to see it. The story was fine. Everything else. Hold on. Like, I need to just dissect this a little bit. Because this is, Did you know the final boss?
Hey, what is up?
Shut up. I don't want to hear... I don't want commentary. Is there anything with, like, no commentary? Jesus, that was loud. But listen. What is that sound design? Like, what is this soundtrack? And what was with all the voices in this game? Like, not being... Another one in 240p. Like, they weren't actual voices. They were, like, they weren't, like, voice clips. They were, like, machine-made, like, voice clips. And they were so bad. Hold on, I'm gonna just have it. There we go. That's a bit better. What was that Looney Tunes effect? I just want to point out that this game's story was like on the seriousness levels of the Sonic comics. Like, this was like looking into the disappearance of the Echidnas and how they were essentially banished to like a hell world filled with like different alien races. One of them looked like Cthulhu monsters. And yet you just get into battle and it's just boing. What? Oh no, I have been linked something. This is no good. What is this? Nocturne could have been worse. Okay. So I discovered that, let's actually full screen this. If I full screen that, is it still visible for everyone? I actually have no idea. Looks like it. Okay. So I discovered that the infamous track Nocturne from Sonic Chronicles has a drum track that, for whatever reason, is is never heard in game or any rips of this track. You can find it if you rip the game's files, and believe me, it makes the already bad song even worse. Really? I probably do need to pause that. This actually seems like it's been up for... Okay, here we go. It's like it's about to play. Wait, is this the boss theme playing right now? No, this is like a level theme. This... Nah, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Imagine having an entire game with, I mean, B machine? Oh, okay. Like, imagine having your entire game be MIDI. Like, oh god, what have I walked into? What is this? This build up is something else. Like, I feel like this, like, I'm getting more and more nervous as this goes on. Like, this is, I feel we're building up to it. Okay. Get ready. Oh no. I actually don't even remember what the original song really sounded like. What? Is this really the final boss theme? I thought this was like a level theme. Like, it's coming back to me now, but was this really the final boss theme, or am I like... Or am I freaking out here? This is supposed to be a remix of the... No. No, it isn't. I can't... Okay, that's a metal cover. I want the original. Can I have the original? It's like I found a boss. The big arms. Oh my god. I could throw the MP3 file for the final boss theme of Sonic 3 into like a MIDI converter, and it would probably sound better than this. Oh my god. Oh my god. It sounds so off key. Oh my god. It sounds so off key. Every musically inclined cell in my body is screaming in pain right now. they botched one of the best boss scenes in the series. No kidding. Oh my god. Why does this exist? Like, find a boss, here we go. I need to find, like, midi? YouTube to midi? Does this work? Like, does this work? I genuinely don't know. Sega is ages spelled backwards. Currently there doesn't exist a way to one-step, so two-step method will have to do. Okay. Well, that's interesting to give you like a little fact of the day. If this doesn't work for some reason, I will actually download the MP3 myself and then convert it myself, because I'm not sure. Does Audacity do it? I don't know if Audacity converts to MIDI. Is it actually doing it? I have no idea. I'm going to refresh the page because I don't think it's doing it. Come on. Come on, don't blue balls in here. I need to see this. I need to hear if a random YouTube conversion does a better job than an official game development team. I don't think this works. I think this is just... No, I don't think it does. I think this is like one of those like fake sites. You know the one I'm talking about. I can actually... I think I have a tool that lets me... I can't wait. Save it, but you get what I mean, right? Like, this is just dumb now. Like, I've gone completely off the rails. I don't know if this one works. We're just gonna try it. I think I can load it into Audacity and it will work. Save this file. Yeah. No, I haven't lost it yet. I haven't lost it. But this is important. This is extremely important. Like here. Right, so we've got the... I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. So we've got the theme. That's all working. Put it back up to full. Can I export it? It says okay, so there's an export. It says export MIDI. Export audio. Is there no way to export it as a MIDI? God damn it! There's no way to... I shall be right back. I'm getting to the bottom of this. Right. Wait, does this work? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, I think I've got it. Let me just see. Nope, that's the wrong flipping window. Go to this window. No. Go to this window. Damn it. I promise. This is gonna happen. This is all going to be worth it, I swear. Oh, it's uploading. Okay. I think I've got it. I think I've got the MIDI. No. Okay. Start conversion. The MIDI is being converted. I'm going to do that. There we go. The MIDI. It's being converted. Come on. This has got to work. MP3 to MIDI. It's got to work. Why am I doing this? What benefit do I hope to garner from this? Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Here we go. The Sonic 3 MIDI. Is it better than Dark Brotherhood? Wait, what? Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, apparently that doesn't play. What plays MIDIs? Do I have a program that can Windows Media Player? Does Windows Media Player play MIDIs? I apparently have to install it. This is an absolute oh. Furious keyboard. Furious keyboard mashing. Load it onto Audacity. Why? Why would I do that? I mean, I'm going to, but why? It's literally just furious keyboard mashing. Listen. Can I zoom in on this? I don't know if I can I? Like, it gets the overall... yeah, it's kind of better. It kind of gets the overall tone way better. Yeah, this gives us a bit of a better look. I mean, if I zoom in, like, the problem is there's so much going on that, like, look at all that's happening here. That's all, like, an individual note being played. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I guess when you think about if they had to recreate the track from the ground up, like, having to use a MIDI format, but I don't know any other DS game that uses a straight-up MIDI format. Like, the close, because like, I'm not sure. I don't think most DS games actually use MIDI. Like, why did they have to use MIDI? What limitation? Why? Because the DS is perfectly capable of full audio playing. I mean, you could make a better MIDI than what they made. Like, I mean, this doesn't sound good, but at least it has the energy. Like, I don't know. Like, what possible, explainable, justifiable reason could you have to do what they did? It baffles me. It boggles the mind. Wait, hold on. I wish I knew. Yeah, that's gonna be a mystery to me. I mean, do you remember how this game had like a fourth wall breaking cliffhanger? It's like Eggman's about to kill us all, but let's do the credits or something, and then like the credits are actually read out by like Omega. Like, this game was weird. Like, what the hell is a shifter class? Like, if anything, like Sonic's okay. So Sonic is the power class. Amy is the shifter class. I'm pretty sure with the hammer. A bit late, but a good example of what the DS is capable of. I mean, the DS is capable of great things. I mean, you got Mario 64 DS. If it wasn't for being have to control with a D-pad, like with the D-pad, that would be the definitive edition. Here's the game version of the Xeon's buffering from the DS version. Ooh. Like, the thing is like, the DS is capable of so much, like, more than a lot of people give it credit for. Like, you have, like I say, Mario 64 3DS. Like, if it wasn't for having to be controlled with a D-pad, that would be the definitive version of Mario 64. And that's instantly just blown everything we've been listening to for the past 20 minutes out of the water. Like, that's amazing. I mean, Kingdom Hearts music is great already, but this was on the DS. Like, I don't understand. MIDI. Why was this character's name Shade? MIDI. Yeah, definitely puts the mid in MIDI. Anyways. Oh yeah. That's right, you can actually skip E123. Like, Omega was an optional party member. Huh. I didn't even realize that. It was like a side quest? Okay, here we go. Here's the trivia section. This is going to be interesting. This is the only Nintendo DS exclusive Sonic game to not have Blaze the Cat. Okay. Vector is the only member of Team Chaotix. Oh, that's right, Eggman was playable. I forgot. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, here we go. A Sonic Chronicles of Dark Brotherhood ended with a cliffhanger. There is a great deal of expectation as far as a sequel is being worked on. Producer Dorian Kukin later confirmed that the sequel to the game was already being written, but the title is unknown. However, it was then stated that no plans for a sequel are in the works. However, an article on News hinted that the sequel may have been developed as an unannounced handheld BioWare title. However, since EA acquired BioWare, plans of a sequel seem to have been dropped, and Sonic Chronicles became a one-shot game. Yeah. You see this? This is the reason EA bought BioWare, because of the masterpiece that is Sonic Chronicles of Dark Brotherhood. In the game's intro, Shade the Echidna is shown in the Mystic Ruins. This is impossible to achieve in the main game, because the player can't return to Mystic Ruins after they unlock Shade. Jeez. So they had, like, the wrong party members in, like, the main, like, the opening movie. Green Hill Zone, the first version of the Tornado, SWAT bots. Yeah, this game actually had the swap bots from the comics. I forgot. This game is the first to mention that. Yeah, this game actually you mentioned this. Like, this game acknowledged the comics more than anything. Like that just goes to show exactly what they were going for with this game. Like this game actually took a lot of inspiration from the comics. In fact, I wouldn't actually be surprised if this point, if the next... Yeah, well, you say the game had a lot of potential. It's clearly after Forces and Manias, Sega has kind of gone dark on Sonic games. I'm wondering if, and this is a big if these IDW comics are sort of the testing grounds for like their next sort of story. I'm wondering if their next game is going to tie into the comic story and they want to see how people feel about the comic story overall. Because if they wanted to lean into a more serious, more story-focused game, then to start with the new comics would be a very interesting way to go. Yeah. Group of evil echidnas, not to another dimension. Look at the parallels to this, actually. You say, yeah, this game had a lot of potential. I think you could say that about probably every single Sonic game that came out after, like, I don't know, Adventure 2. Well, what the heck? What is this sentence? Then the strategy guide confirms 5 viral Chow Chow. Only Stugs have been officially allowed for use. What's a Stug? I'm so confused. What is a Stug? An unlockable Chow. An unlockable Chow partner. That's in it. Stugs? Stugs. Okay. In Blue Ridge Zone, an old man says there is a boy named Timmy in a well. This is an obvious reference to the 1980 film Lassie. What? Why is there a Lassie reference in a Sonic game? Oh my god. Oh my god, Sonic Battle. That is a game, that's a game I haven't heard of in a long time. Tell you what, talk about good art styles. This game. Look at that. I love that art style. I love the over-exaggerated like line work on it and like the shading. Like this is really good. New Sonic fighting game. Isn't there one being made by like a group of indie devs that I actually says actually looked really interesting? I think I saw something like that. A fan, yeah. That looks really cool actually. I love the art style in this game. This game was so fun back in the day. It was a shame that none of my other friends actually owned this game, because it would have been probably quite fun in multiplayer and such. And the fact that you kind of got to build your own character as well with like the character cards was really unique at the time, at least for me. I thought it was cool anyway. But I cannot get over this art style. This is my favourite Sonic art style. Even if it looks a little bit rough and dated maybe, I just love this I just love the thick lines and like the jagged edges. I think it fits the whole idea of a battle game really well. I tell you what, give me Sonic Battle's art style with a game with like Jet Set Radio style music, and I think you've got a really good Sonic game right there, easily. fully 2D, that art style, that music class, perfect. I think that would be amazing. Ah, right. I think maybe I'll get off the Sonic the Hedgehog wiki now. I think I've been here a bit too long. Good lord. That was one hell of a tangent to go off on. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm out. It's late for me, and this stream is going nowhere now. That was the strangest tangent I have ever gone on Great Stream, yeah. These will be uploaded to YouTube, so this will be good. I think next stream, since I think I'm gonna wait to do Breath of the Wild until it's little. I just need to find the time to talk to you. Yeah, we need to talk again, for sure. Like, easily. I think I'm gonna wait until I get a better microphone before I start doing it a major stream again. I might stream again this week, and I think I've got a fun idea for maybe like a one-off. So hopefully we can do that at some point. I'll just have to figure out exactly when. Yeah, I got a fun idea for a one-off. Tonight gave me some ideas. I think it could be an interesting like one-off stream. But yeah, that was so dumb. All right, the stream's over. It's been a hell of a ride. I guess, yeah. See you next time.